Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. and I'm here today to bring a review for Tenmaku Cinema Manga Chapter 9. So this is all about Kurai taking Hajime to a real life studio. Taking Hajime to a real life studio so he can see how the pros do it. So in hopes that he will learn something, therefore improving his own game. So we see him go to the studio. We see him just in lure of everything that's going on. Obviously, being the fanboy he is really played up, and he's kind of overreacting to everything. So we get a whole load of that really, and just see him seeing the different things within the studio again, possibly learning from it, and then we get introduced to director. It wasn't hard for Hajime to get permission to be in the studio because it goes through Kurai, and we learned that Kurai has been working in this studio for a very long time, ever since she was a little kid. So it's realistic to believe that she would have developed a good relationship with the studio, therefore they'll be willing to do her this favor. So Hajime is there to observe. They didn't mention anything about the show, but they used the play that how he's part of the movie research club, and for his love of movies, she thought it would be a good idea for him to hop in there, see things firsthand. Just like, ah, cool, fair enough. I can believe all of that because the main premise of behind it is that the fact that Kura has been working with this studio ever since she was a kid, so they'll be willing to do her favor. Uh, as the chapter goes on, we meet the director who Hajime possibly will be learning from during this time here at the studio. I don't know if it's going to be an ongoing thing or if it's just one time in the studio. I don't know, but he will learn something. There will be some sort of takeaway from it, and we basically learn that I was gonna say it's kind of like a brother sister relationship that the director has with Kurai, and again, rightly so, you can believe that because, like she said, they've been working together since she was very little, very young girl. So I can believe that the director would be kind of protective over her. Just to me, it just makes logical sense. But as the chapter goes on, as we get into the end of the chapter now, we see Kurai doing some acting. She's working on a movie. That's why they're here at the studio at this present moment in time. She's working on a movie right now, and the director takes us through a scene and what he wants for it, and then we see Kurai act out the scene. And I don't know about you, but for me personally, I was personally following Hajime's thought process and basically what he liked about it. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. She did that. But the director says, no, cut. I mean, no, not good. So I'm very interested to see what his reasoning for that is. For that, why that. Sorry, what his reasoning for that was, because possibly we'll learn that within the next chapter. But it did make me realize that how not only does Hajime have stuff to learn, obviously directing stuff, but Kurai possibly does have stuff to learn as well as an actor to be a better actor. And this all goes back to the reasoning for why they should lose the competition that they're going for. I mentioned previously that it will possibly be only solely on Hajime and his bad directing or just amateurish direction, because this is the first movie he's ever directed. But maybe there will be some aspects of the acting that doesn't live up to scratch from the judge's point of view, because we've been only ever looking at the acting perspective, well, her acting ability through the eyes of Hajime really, and because he's always praising her, saying that she's good, blah blah blah, and other characters are saying yeah she's good, blah blah blah. I think that's why we've kind of developed that mindset, and we're not seeing the faults that other directors, professional directors, are seeing, and that's what we're going to learn as well. So not only do I now think that Hajime has to improve his directing skills, that was always a given, but we've learned within this chapter, at least I feel like we've learned within this chapter, although Kurai is a professional actor, she's still only 14 as is mentioned within this chapter, and she's still got bits and bobs to learn. So there's that. So yeah, we do learn a bit about this director as well. We get like a little bit of a backstory, just why he's such an amazing director, what he's accomplished up until now, and that was thrown in there as well. But when it comes to like the best directors within the series, I think he's probably probably not the top, not in the top tier, the top anthologies. That's not the word I'm looking for, but you get what I mean. But either way, I feel like this was a fun chapter to read, and so I'm just for those reasons I'm gonna give it a 3-star rating. And like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.